I want to introduce you to 8-year-old A.J. McKenzie. Craig Thomas spent some time with him and his family, and he learned a few lessons.
This is A.J. McKenzie, B.C., before cancer, a young Superman.
He's a little spitfire.
But even superheroes get knocked down from time to time. This is A.J. W.C., with cancer, battling a fairly rare form of lymphoma. But even while he's in the hospital fighting his disease, this 8-year-old spitfire keeps his spark. He can't leap tall buildings in a single bound, but he still has a passion for video games. And he's more than eager to teach those who are uninformed.
Avatar the Stairbender. Katara is the waterbender in the crew. A waterbender can control water. It's based on 4 elements. It's all based on a big adventure. It's a cartoon, so anything can happen.
AJ's also eager to joke around a bit.
Hi, old fart.
Who told you to call me that? I can't believe that.
Oh, you should have seen your face.
We met AJ while he was in Mercy Children's Hospital for his 8th round of chemotherapy since December of last year. Like the families of so many patients, Jack and Carrie McKenzie say their world turned upside down when the diagnosis came.
The worst day was the initial diagnosis.
Jack looked at me and he goes, "I think it's bad news." And I said, "I'm not going to worry about it. We'll deal with it what we get."
The treatment started immediately. The good news, AJ's form of cancer is very treatable. The bad news, the treatment itself, the seemingly endless rounds of chemo.
9 rounds of chemo, usually 6 days around. We're home for 3 or 4 days. We come back because he's running a fever or his blood counts are low and he needs a transfusion. We're here for 4 or 5 days. We're back home for 4 or 5 days, and then it's time to start the next round of chemo.
That cycle hit a low point several months ago.
My wife was staying with them, and he just curled up in her arms, and he said, "Mom, why is this happening to me?" That was probably the hardest day. Was, you know, he was wondering, why do I have to go through this? Why am I being punished this way?
He would just curl up in a ball and start crying. And it's like, there's nothing I can do, honey. If I could do it for you, if your dad could do it for you, we'd switch places.
But there's support from the hospital staff and AJ's schoolmates. They made him a special blanket and make him feel special the days he's able to come to school.
It made me feel very happy to know that people were looking out for me, caring for me. There's a certain holy oil that you're only supposed to get once. I've gotten it 3 times so far.
He's in the home stretch of his treatment.
Couple of weeks, I'm gonna come back to the hospital, and that'll be my last round of chemo.
It's like waiting for Christmas Day to show up. It's like, you know, one more treatment left, you know, one more doctor visit left. He faced it bravely every time we had a chemo treatment, every time he gets a blood draw and a stick. I mean, he doesn't enjoy it, but, you know, he grits his teeth and he gets through it.
And once he gets through that last treatment, if everything goes as planned and the doctors give the okay, AJ will get to become Superman once again.
First thing I'm gonna do is take out my roller skates.
When he's out and playing with his friends, that's when we're gonna have a smile on our face and say we're really glad that he's here. We're really glad that he can experience this, that he's not missing out.
He's got a spark to him. He's one of those kids that is just really smart, really quick, and when he's healthy, you see that, and it's like, oh, this is the AJ we all love.
And hopefully AJ's about to start a new age in his life. AJ AC, after cancer. I'm Craig Thomas.
Such a fantastic family and great people at Mercy helping them out. And a matter of fact, speaking of them, they're joining us live. How about that? The magic of television bringing us Jack, the dad. We got Carrie, brother Jake, and Dr. Brenda Kitchen, who's been helping the family out a little bit. We'll get to you in a second here, Brenda. But first, Dad, tell me, as a parent, when you hear the words, your kid has cancer, I mean, what goes through your mind?
Oh, your heart just sinks.
Yeah.
First and foremost, all the images that you see of people who have been through cancer, who have fought cancer, just the terror associated with that word, it grips your heart. But again, you have to think about your child, and it's, you know, you're going to be in for a fight. So it's always about being positive and staying on that side of the street, not getting covered in darkness.
It's so unfortunate that so many families, 40,000 families at any one time here in the United States, are dealing with cancer. And Carrie, talk about the care that you've gotten and the progress that AJ here has made.
Oh, it's been phenomenal. We go into the hospital and you walk in and the nurses are bright and happy and they're like, hi, and AJ's like, hi. And they just take care of us and make us feel warm and protected, and anything you need, they're there to help you. And it's like any questions you have, they're answering them and making us feel, secure and warm. It's great.
It's exactly what you need, no doubt about it. AJ, the man of the hour right here. Give me some knuckles, brother. Hey, how are you doing? And tell everybody out there what it's been like.
It's been really hard. I've journeyed a long way. I only have one more round of chemo to go.
One more.
Almost done. Can't wait until I get these pics out and swim again once more.
Very good. Well said. And what would you like to say to those people out there who are thinking about donating right now?
Donate.
Donate, he says in his Darth Vader voice. Very good. Jake, what it's been like to have AJ, sick and you're watching him. And what's that like for you?
It's been kind of lonely because I don't get to see him a lot because he's in the hospital a week, 2 weeks at a time. And I don't get to see my parents much because a lot of the time they're up there too.
And that's the one thing when you talk about pediatric cancer, it affects the entire family. Of course, AJ going through all the treatments and everything, but you guys have to turn your worlds upside down to make sure he gets the care that he needs. Part of the care, of course, Dr. Brenda Kitchen. Doctor, where are we with pediatric cancer research and the treatments, and how far have we come?
We're coming a long, long way. The Children's Oncology Group has many open studies, and from 50 years ago when most children didn't do well with cancer, now almost 80% of kids with cancers are cured these days. And so we're coming a long, long way with the research thanks to families like AJ's. It's been terrific.
As a physician, how much do you appreciate the donations that people make and the support that you get from Children's Miracle Network?
It's terrific for us because we always want to help our families, and for us, we want them to not have to worry about anything else other than their child. So it means everything.
You see families just like McKenzie's here over and over and over again. What do you tell them to really keep their spirits up and to say, hey, we can beat this?
Well, we just try to be honest with them, such as AJ, his chances of being cured are very, very, very good. So we just keep that in mind. We know it's going to be a rough haul, but kids are really tough and we know they can get through it. So we just try to keep the parents very hopeful.
Yeah, and that you do. Dr. Kitchen, Jake, we got Carrie, Jack, and of course, AJ right here. I told him this is a perfect shirt for television. Everybody will see him, no doubt about it. Now, can't wait for that last treatment too, bud, okay? Anything else you'd like to say? No, he says. Well, again, thanks, guys, very much for coming in. We appreciate it. Now, I do know that Chris Vickers is standing by up in the phone bank with all kinds of action happening. Have you heard any cowbells recently, my friend?
The cowbells are going to